Recording now started. Rest. Which of the following expression is not equal to AB times isn't equals to isn't is not this word AB times C plus D. Okay, any idea what to do?
So ABD plus ABC is true.
Yes, so basically if you multiply AB by C plus D, if you multiply whole thing, like AB by the bracket, you will have ABC plus ABD.
Mhm.
Okay, ABC, they wrote it differently for the variant A, option A, ABC plus ABD. That's the answer, but we're not gonna take it because it says isn't true.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Also,
look at B.
ABD plus ABC is also true.
Uh, yes,
Yeah.
that's what we said, I think. Look at the option B. Look at option B. It is AB times D plus C. Is that true?
Yeah. AB plus what?
Look, the option B, AB times D plus C.
Yeah. Why not?
Is this same as B? Is this same as AB multiplied by C plus D? It is, right?
Yeah.
Because they just changed C plus D as D plus C because we know that 1 plus 2 same as 2 plus 1. Okay, it doesn't matter. That means that's also correct. That's also same as with this expression. But what about BA times C plus D?
BAC plus BAD is also correct.
It is also correct. They just changed B, the place of A and B. We can write it as BA. Doesn't matter. This is same because 1 times 2 same as 2 times 1. Still 2. So basically we left over the option D, which is going to choose as as an answer for this, which is not, it cannot be the same expression with the AB times C plus D. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the one. Uh-huh. Let's do the question two. At the movie theater, adult tickets cost $10 and the bag of the popcorn, I think, costs $6. Okay? Adult tickets, the price of adult tickets and the popcorn cost, which is $6. If the group of adults bought tickets to the movie and six bags of popcorn, I mean, full bags of popcorn, what expression could be used to determine how much in total the group spent in dollar? Okay,
Okay.
uh-huh. That's easy.
B. Yeah, B.
The answer going to be B, 10x plus 24. Yes, it is. It's going to be the B. Okay, it's going to be the B. That is the correct answer. Yes. So the next question, if xy equals to 5, like x times y equals to 5, it says which of the following cannot be the value of x? Mm-hmm. That's an interesting question.
For cannot be a value for x.
Mhm. Cannot be the value of x.
0.
Of course, 0, it cannot be the value of x because it doesn't matter whatever y is. If you multiply it by 0, you are going to have a 0 as an answer.
Yeah.
But xy is the positive integer 5. That means x cannot be 0. That's the good. Okay, so basically, you did this, you did this, you did this. Three of them done. Let's do question 4, a geometry. Uh-huh.
In the figure above AB equals AC and C 50 degree, what's the value of A?
Uh-huh.
C 50 degree. Okay.
This is
What's the B?
50.
Yeah.
Mhm.
AB equals to AC.
This,
It
I'm
is
sorry, sorry.
isosceles.
Yes, basically, yes, I'm right. Yeah, AB, this AB, this one, AB, I mean AB, this one, same as this one. It's isosceles in this direction. If this is 50, value of B would be 50 also, because you said it's an isosceles.
D1.
So that means what is A?
D. 80.
80. Well done. You did this one also. Next one.
Uh,
Barbara. Uh-huh.
Barbara has X dolls in her dolls collection. If Barbara has half as many dolls as Tanya does, and Tanya has Y dolls, which of the following equation must be true? Barbara has in her dog has half
Like, mm-hmm.
uh, zero one over two, yes.
So what is that? This says Barbara X dollars and Titania has Y dollars, right?
Dolls.
And Barbara has half as many dollars as Tanya. Half as many as. That means Tanya got the half of the amount of the money. Sorry, that's wrong. That means the Barbara got the half of the amount of the money that Barbara has, right? Because it says Barbara has half as many dollar as Tanya,
But
right?
we don't
And
know.
what is y? What is y? Then y equals to
One over
y
two,
equals to yes, 2x's. That's the correct answer. Okay.
yes.
Okay, so we have here, okay, so question 5 done. We have here quadratic equation 2x squared minus 6x plus 2 equals to 0. It says, what is the sum of the solutions to this equation? Well, what we know we can solve this. You can solve this and find out its answer, right? You can solve it and find out the answer. But what we also know from a Viet theory, if you remember, right?
And divide by two.
If if you add if you add the roots, that will be negative b out of a, right? Negative b out of a. That means negative 6 out of a, which is 2. That means 6 out of 2, which is 3. Yes?
Yeah.
The answer will be D. But what if it asks for the product of these roots? Product of the roots would be C over A. Okay? Sum of the roots is negative B out of A. Product of the roots would be C out of A. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the second one, and we are done. This is the second. Sorry, six. Question 6. Now we are on the next question. I just want to give you a minute to think about it. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I got it. Okay. One squared plus three equals four, and we yeah, and g equals to four, and four cube 16, 64. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Uh-huh. That's going to be 2 times 64 minus
127.
1.
Yeah.
128 minus 1. That's 127. 127 is the correct answer. Okay.
Yeah.
Next question. Question 8. The system of equations above a is a constant and x, y are the variables. If the system has no solution, what is the value of a? Okay, remember the case. We have three cases. If you remember, we have three cases for this system of equation: unique solution, infinitely many solution, as well as no solution case. And we need basically that no solution case, right? because it says has no solution.
Okay, it was. I don't. Wait a second. Um, I remember that.
Uh-huh. You can
When
you
two
you can
when
find it. Uh-huh.
when two equation have the same. Uh, Wait, it was when they have the same slope, but not on.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That was a different thing. We are telling you we have a system of equation. It's another name is simultaneous equation. Okay? This is absolutely different. This is absolutely different than what you said, okay? System of equation. No solution case verse. I'm gonna write the system of equation over here for you. A1x plus b1y equals to c1. A2x plus b2y equals to c2. That is the case. Okay, that's a system, general, let's say general form, standard form for the system of equation, linear system of equation. And if we have if a1 over a2 does not equals to b1 over b2, unique solution. That's the case for the unique solution. But if a1 over a2 equals to b1 equals b2, that's supposed to be b2, and equals to c1 over c2, that's infinitely many solutions. Infinitely many solutions. Okay? What if we have a1 over a2 equals to b1 over b2, but does not equals to c1 over c2? That's the no solution case. Okay, so uh, if you don't know them, take the picture of this, write it down in your copybook. We've been over this, and you're supposed to know this. We are looking for. We basically need third case. So the third case is we said a1 over a2 equals to b1 over b2 and so on. Basically, for this equation, for this simultaneous equation over here, I'm just going to write the ratio as a out of 5 equals to 4 out of 7 does not equals to 14 out of 8. So basically, I wrote 14 out of 8, but I can simplify it as 7 out of 4, right? 7 out of 4. Yes. So obviously, 4 out of 7 doesn't say isn't is not same as 7 out of 4. We are basically okay with it. But what about what is that value of a that makes it does not have a solution? We're gonna take this part. We're gonna take this part and we're gonna write 8 divided by 5 equals to 4 divided by 7. I'm just gonna take this part and cross multiply it. That's gonna be 7a equals to 20. A equals to 20 out of 7. Okay, so when a is 20 out of 7, then a is 20 out of 7. This system of equation, I'm talking about this system of equation, does not have solution. So basically, I'll just take the option A as a correct answer. Got it? That's it. Look, knowing the rule, enough for us to find out the answer. You all need to know the rule, as I mentioned in our previous lesson. 20 questions is just based on the rules. It's very simple, and our purpose is to write the 20 out of 20 correct answer from this. Now, question 9, it says the graph of line L is shown in the xy plane above. The equation of line N not shown, which is the sum equation, is y equals to mx plus b, where m and b constant. If L is perpendicular to the line N, which of the following must be true? Okay, this is also a rule because we have two cases. Line 1 can parallel to line 2 or intersect. Of course, the intersection, the special case for the intersection is the interesting in the part with the perpendicular. If line 1 parallel to line 2, first case, parallel, okay, that sign stands for the parallel. They
M1
got the same slope,
M1
right?
equals to 2.
Exactly. But what if they are perpendicular?
M1 uh,
Times
times M2,
equals to what?
uh,
Negative
M3.
1.
Oh, okay.
Negative equals to negative 1. M3. So we have two lines here. Where is that M3? Well, so basically, we can take this L1 as L. We have their line L. And we have another line n, which is perpendicular to this line. And we are looking for to write the coefficient. Okay, that equation of the line n is in this form. We're interested in the case for m and b, whether m is greater than 0 or less than 0. If we can determine m is less than greater than 0, we're going to choose one of these options. As well as very interesting in b is greater than 0 or b is less than 0. Okay, if we can do, if we are able to determine that. Okay, firstly, I'm just going to stick with the coefficient. So this is the line n l, right? L, and coefficient, I mean slope. Let's just guess about the slope of this.
And like it's negative, like it's
Well,
going down.
the slope, yes, well, the slope of this L, which is getting
Mhm.
down, decreasing, as you can see, where basically whenever you approach the graph from left hand side, you will see the value getting down. Okay, so slope of this L, let's take the slope of this L as, I don't know, M1, okay, is less than 0, right? And the given line N, which is not shown in this graph, the line N, which is the got the slope m. This is the equation of line n. Slope is m. Okay, perpendicular to this. It is perpendicular to this. Okay, it's perpendicular. Well, if it is perpendicular, that means if I multiply m by m1, which I know m1 is less than 0, m1 is less than 0, that's going to give us negative 1, right? Right? Because that's the case for the perpendicular lines. Okay, that's the case for the perpendicular lines. So, what we know that m1 is less than 0. And what about m? So, are we supposed to take m greater than 0 or less than 0 to make the product less than 0? I mean, less than, yes, basically less than 0, negative 1. Uh-huh.
It should be less. No,
If
like negative.
if m is also less than 0,
Yeah.
negative number times negative number would be positive number.
Alright,
But the
alright.
product is
Yeah. It's multiplier, so it's plus. Yeah, positive. It's like positive.
positive. That's the answer. But you can also ask me why not to consider with the case C and D. Maybe B is greater than 0. Maybe B is less than 0.
Yeah.
Because we cannot decide whether B gonna be bigger or smaller because that line is perpendicular. If they are perpendicular, I can sketch a line like that. That's gonna be perpendicular. Or I can sketch a line like that. That is still gonna be perpendicular. For example, for the first case, B is y-intersect, right? B less greater than 0, and the line is perpendicular. For the second case, line is perpendicular, but b is less than 0. That means it's not possible to determine whether b gonna be positive or negative from the perpendicular case. Okay, you can only determine the thing about the slope. Okay, that's why we only stick with the slope and found it as a correct answer, correct option, which is the b. Did you get it?
Yeah.
um David, uh, question, rules for example 8 and rules for the example 9, and the questions something like that will be there definitely. You will be at your exam, okay? So you need to know these rules, like for the simultaneous equation, and you need to know when the line is perpendicular and when the line is parallel. Okay, so what will happen with their slopes? Okay, you need to know the rules. Okay, question 10. Question 10.
Friday, Janice read X pages every 30 minutes for 4 hours and Kim read Y pages for 15 minutes for 5 hours. Which of the following represents the total number of pages read by Janice and Kim on Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Janice read X page every 30 minutes for 4 hours. Uh, Kim Y page every 15 minutes for 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
That's an easy question. Uh-huh.
okay, one second, one second.
Total number of pages, don't forget,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
read by Jack and
Janice, Janice and Kim.
Janice and Kim. I hope I pronounced the name correctly.
Uh,
Janice.
uh, okay, it's D.
It is not D.
Otherwise, they said total number of pages.
Because this is the information about the how many pages they read in 30 minutes and for 4 hours. If X pages for 30 minutes, which is the half an hour,
0.5.
and how many pages will be for the 4 hours? That's going to be 8x pages.
But how you?
Or you can find it like that. Look, you can find in you can just go you can go and find with the minutes. Okay, um which of the following represent total number of pages read by Jess on Friday. Okay, um because giving with the minutes and talking about the hour, we're gonna convert minutes to hours. Okay.
No, where did you get 8?
Okay, now look, if I'm gonna consider with the box, right? I need to, in order to solve this equation, I need to cross multiply. I'll just gonna have 0.5 boxes equals to 4x's, right? And then the x a box, I'm looking for the box, right? That's the number of pages for 4 hours. Box will be 4x divided by 0.5. Okay, that's going to be then 8x. If you divide 4x by 0.5,
Okay,
you're going to okay, so that means x 8 x's for x 8x pages for 4 hours.
okay, the answer is B because only
Yes,
valid
yes, precisely, it's B. And if you want to find the other one, let's say we have one the option more than one for this. uh
0.25
for the Yes, for the 15 minutes to convert it hour, you're gonna divide 15 by 60, which is going to be quarter, which is 0.25 hours. That means Y pages for 0.25 hours. Okay, so we are looking for 5 hours. How many it will be? Let's call this one also box, okay? Or let me just write this one triangle. Okay, so that means it will be basically the triangle will be 5y divided by 0.25. That is going to be then 20y, and that's the b. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um. Yes. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So next question. Next
Victor,
question.
Victor wants to sell three watches, each at the same price after negotiating with customers. However, he ends up selling one at 30% discount and 20% discount, and one at 10% discount. The Victor sold the watches for a total of 2040. How many much wait, how many
How
much
much?
money did he lose by giving the discount?
Mm-hmm.
Can't we do like wait one second. Three watches, same price. Can we
Uh-huh.
do like 50%?
No, 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 no. Different. different discounts. No. What I'm gonna do, what we know, the total selling price, and
Okay, we should divide it by three and after the discount for each.
uh, actually it can work, I think. But what I'm gonna do, it says this. Here is the crucial information, which it says over here. Um, each at the same price. That means I have three watches. I'm gonna imagine they each got X X X dollar for each. Okay? So basically, let's imagine it's $10 and you're selling it 30% with the 30% discount. If it is $10, just saying, and you're selling it 30% discount, that means the new price will be 0.7 times 10. It means 70%. That means your discount price is just 30% discount percent. That means you are selling it at 70%. Okay, got it?
Yeah,
Because you discount it. That means if the price is X dollar, if the price is X dollar, right? And I'm selling it at 30% discount, that means I'm actually selling it to 70%. 70% as a decimal is 0.7. And plus the other one, 20% discount. That means it's
yeah.
X multiplied by 0.8. The other one is 10% discount. That means I'm selling it at as x multiplied by 0.9 equals to 240, right? Because that those are the price for each of that watch that I'm selling, and the at the end customer going to pay $240. Agree? Okay, so if I add them up all,
X,
I'll have
3x plus 2.4. Oh, why not 3x?
actually it
Oh,
is
oh, sorry. I didn't.
0.7x.
Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't see the multiply.
Uh-huh. They're all multiply, okay?
Uh,
And then x would be how much? X going to be then 100. Okay, so basically each of these watch at first cost $100. Basically, overall I was about to sell it $300, right? But I sold it as 240. That means how much money did I lose by giving a discount? 60. That's the correct answer. Okay, next one. 11 understood?
yeah.
Yeah. Next one. Question 12. It says x squared plus kx plus 9 equals to x plus a squared. In the equation above, k and a are positive constants. If the equation is true for all values of x, what is the value of k?
Should we open like x squared plus 2 xa plus a squared?
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we're gonna do. We're gonna write x squared plus kx plus 9 equals to, opening the other bracket would be 2xa plus a squared, right? Look, don't forget, expansion of this is not the same as x squared plus a squared. It is x squared plus 2ax plus, okay. Then I can easily see that a squared would be 9, right? Because that's the constant part for both of it. And that's also, we're gonna also have 2xa equals to kx. And I'm looking for k. Let's just find a. What is a from this equation? A is going to be 3 because it's talking about the positive integer, constant,
Um,
okay? Yes.
okay,
Then
6x equals kx.
6x equals to kx. That means k will be 6.
6. Yeah.
Yes. So that's the answer.
Okay, this was easy.
Uh-huh. That was easy, right? 13.
The length of three sides of a triangle are different prime numbers. If two of the sides have length 3 and 11, which of the following could be the length of the third side?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That that's a triangular inequality.
Mm-hmm.
That is a triangular inequality, okay? So what was the case? If I have a triangular inequality A, B, C, so I know that sum of two sides, I mean, basically, let me just write in this way. The difference between the two sides less than the third one, I mean, yes, less than the third one, and the third side less than the sum of that two sides. I can keep writing it for the other parts. For example, B minus C less than A, that's also less than B plus C. I can write it for A, B as well. A minus C less than. I'm just going to write this part in the model because the negative can be. And less than B, that's less than A plus C. Okay? So I need to use this property and I need to find out what is the value for, I mean, what's the what's length the third side can be. Mhm.
Um, A minus B.
So let me take this part as x. Mhm.
Okay.
Then x can be 3, I mean, x can be greater than 11 minus 3, but less than 11 plus 3. So basically, x is greater than 8, but it is less than 14. Okay, greater than 8, less than 14 is the only option we have. We have what?
Second A. Only two.
That's the only option. Answer for this 13 is going to be B.
Okay.
Okay? Uh-huh. Okay, look, it's also talking about system does not so that has no solution.
Okay.
Has
So
has no solution case. Uh-huh.
it was 1 over A. Yes. Yeah.
1 over A.
This
What
is
do you
already
mean?
as you wrote.
This
Yeah.
case,
Yeah.
look.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which one? The last case.
Yeah. A1 over A2 equals B1 over B2 not equals to C1 over C.
Uh-huh. So let's just apply it here then.
Uh,
Uh-huh. A out of 4 equals to half out of 3. I need to take it a little bit down, like here.
and not equals to 16 over 8.
It is not equals to 16 out of 8. 16 out of 8 means 2.
Okay.
Yes? So it cannot be 2. The ratio between A and 4 cannot be 2. But A over 4 cannot be 2. So we're going to use this part only to solve out this equation, right?
Okay. Cross multiplication.
But before we cross multiply, let's do a little bit things because half divided by 3 means 1 over 6. Look, note, if I'm dividing half by 3, that means I'm actually doing this one, which is half multiplied by 1 over 3, 1 out of 6, right?
Okay.
Uh-huh. Then I will have 6a equals to 4, cross multiply, and a
Yeah.
will be 2 out of 3. And 2 out of 3 is A, option A. Uh-huh, yes. So this is the exponential equation. It says 27 power of 81 equals to 3 to the power of x. My purpose, my goal is to write this one as a power of 3 because I know that 27 is 3 to the power of 3, but the power of 81 also there, power to the power of 81 also there. That means this is 3 to the power of 243 equals to 3 to the power of x.
You said
So
it would be same
what is
as
x?
243. Yeah.
And that's my answer. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes. So far so good. Any question?
No.
No question. 16. Question
Okay.
16. Mm-hmm.
Lines? No, no, not lines. How it's called? I forgot. Okay, I forgot the topic, but I know it.
Mm-hmm. It's the
Uh,
angle question.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
If the figure above line M is parallel to line N and is perpendicular to line R, if Y to line R, yeah. If Y equals 2x, what is the value of Y? If Y equals 2x, uh, can you please write there 2x?
Mm, y equals to 2x. Yes, this is equals to 2x.
It means
Uh-huh.
that this side will be 2x too, like that, because
This side,
no, 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 no.
um, this side.
No, no, no. You know that like not perpendicular, like near to angle, you know?
This side,
Yeah,
2x. Uh-huh.
yeah,
You mean the vertically opposite angle?
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's the value of y? Uh, oh, 90 degrees. One second.
I think we have very easy method to do that. Uh-huh.
What is the value of y?
Yes.
Uh, if y to x was the value of y. Ah, okay.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I don't know. Like,
So we have two methods. I mean, actually, we have more than two methods to do that. But the thing is, if R, the line R, perpendicular to line M, and that line M parallel to line N, that means the line R is also perpendicular to N, line N. That means that angle, as I mentioned over here, would be 90 degree. Did you get it?
oh, really?
Yeah. And that angle over here would be x degrees, because that x and this angle over here vertically opposite. Yes. So what we know, it's a right triangle now, and the sum of the acute angle of the right triangle would be 90 degree, and x plus y itself is 2x. 2x equals to 90. That means x will be 30. If x is 30, y is just 2 times bigger than it, which will be 2 times 30, which is 60. That's the answer. All right, so question 17.
Salad dressing software ensure that that there are 7.1 ounces of salad dressing in every container. How many containers will be required to hold 150 ounces of salad dressing? 7.5. In one container, 7.5. Uh, how many containers? 150 divided by 7.5.
Yes, it is 150 divided by 7.5, which we can write it as 150 to make it easy. 15 out of 2 instead of 7.5, that will be 150 divided by 15. But like what I'm doing actually, you may gonna confuse. 150 divided by 15 out of 2, that will be 150 multiplied by 2 out of 150, 15. Simplify this, that's going to be 20. Okay, so the answer is 20. We need 20 containers. Uh-huh. And the equation. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Half x minus third x equals to 1 plus half.
Can we write like 0.5x?
Instead of half x.
Yeah.
But 1 out of 3, you also need to change 1 out of 3 to the decimal, right? But 1 out of 3 is a recurring decimal, and that's not going to be helpful. What I'm going to suggest you instead, let's just multiply everything over here by 6. Because if I
Okay.
multiply 6 by half, I'm going to have 3x. If I multiply 6 by 1/3, I'm going to have 2x. If I multiply 6 by 1, it's going to be 6. If I multiply half by 6, it will be 3.
Okay. X
Okay,
equals
then x equals to 9, and that's my answer. Did you get what I did?
yeah,
That's
it's a
easy.
magic. It's a magic.
Yeah. Instead of subtracting fractions or instead of converting them decimal, but why did I multiply it by 6? Because
Because two and three.
yes, 6 good factors, 1, 2, 3, and 6, right? And
Yeah.
both 2 and 3 we have there. That's why 6. Yes, and question 19.
Okay, it's not statistics. I think it's statistics. Okay. For values of function f and g are shown in the table above, if gm equals 6, what's the value of fm? What's m? One second.
G
Wait,
of m
what's
equals
m?
to 6 at what value? From that table, you're going to discover.
Okay. Uh, Six.
Inputs
Okay, yeah, yeah, I understood. Six and
m is,
two.
no, at 2, G gets 2.
Three. G gets six. Okay, three.
Yes, m is 3. And we are looking for f of 3. Because f of m, right? F of
Okay.
3 is what?
F of three is five.
Yes, that's the answer. Done.
Okay.
Easy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In the quadratic equation above, c is the constant. C is a constant. If the equation has two solutions for x, one of which is -3,
Okay. X.
what is the value of the other solution? Uh-huh.
Okay.
What we know from the Viet theory, we know that if I multiply x1 by x2, I'm going to have c out of 1. Agree? Okay. But that's not going to help us. I know the other way to do that, but I just want to go with, okay, it doesn't matter. So, David, what you will do, you are going to, firstly, that's the equation. And the roots means x is that root, x is 3, -3. If x is -3, that's going to equal to 0. That means instead of x, I'm going to write -3 to find out the value of c. 9 plus 15 plus c equals to 0. That's going to be what?
E
That will
equals
be 24 plus c equals to 0. That means c is supposed to be 24, -24. That means
yes.
the original equation is x squared minus 5x minus 24 equals to 0. Yes?
Okay.
Uh-huh. Dawood.
Yeah.
But they're not asking for c. They're not asking for the original equation. They're asking for the other root.
X. Yeah.
Other root is
Okay. I know. I know. X. X1. X2. Yeah.
x1 times x2 equals to c out of a, which we found it as -24 out of 1, it's -24. So basically x1 is -3. -3 times x2 equals to -24. That means x2 is
Eight.
8. That's the answer. Uh-huh. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're done. We are done with the
Non-calculated.
non-calculated part. That meant for the 25 minutes, but we did it 50 in 56 minutes. Let's say 50 minutes because 7 minutes late. Basically double the time because of the explanations and thinking on the question that take my time. Okay. The other part, which is a calculator part, is just the um, 38 minutes, and we basically gonna have 30 minutes to complete it, but I don't think we're gonna complete in 30 minutes. But we're gonna skip some questions, the questions that require the um, statistics. We haven't do that, okay, yet. Okay, we're gonna start statistics next day or next week, okay, because just want to a little bit revision on the algebra. Let's take a break for 5 minutes and then come back here, okay? All right, for the 5 minutes a break. Okay, okay. Um, Question one. Now this is a calculator question. That's why I am going to open a calculator on the left, on the right. Here we go. Yes. Uh-huh. A small shop can manufacture 4 windows every 5 hours. At that rate, that's the crucial information. That at that rate, okay, how long will it take to manufacture 7 windows?
Okay, nature, for how many hours they need to manufacture 7 windows?
Uh-huh, yes.
Oh, okay, it's easy. 4, 5, X, 7.
4 window for 5 hours. 7 window for how many hours?
28, X equals 28 over 5. Oh, no,
No,
wait, no.
no, we will do
Okay.
half
Ah,
one.
no, no, no. Okay, yeah, yeah. 30 over 4. No, what? 35 over 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 30. Mr. Kyle?
Yes.
35 over 4.
Okay, 35 x equals to 35 out of 4. But you gotta convert it to in hours. Like, okay, so 35 divided by 4 will give you 8 hours, but 75, 8.75 hours. But 75
45
needs to be
minutes.
converted to minutes.
45 minutes.
It is 45 minutes. I don't know.
Like,
It is. It is.
8.50 is 8 hours 30 minutes. That's why it's 45.
45 minutes. Yes, that's the correct answer. That means 8 hours, 45 minutes will take to um know what um will take to produce or manufacture 7 windows. Next one. If the area of the circle is this, what is the diameter of the circle? That is the circle. That is the diameter. Okay. Radius, radius. We are looking for diameter. If we find r, if we know what is r, we will be able to find diameter. Uh-huh.
Okay. Formula is D equals 2 on. Yeah. Okay. Wait.
Formula
Yeah.
area equals to, formula
Uh,
area equals to,
Wait. We should area or circle?
uh-huh,
Pi r square.
it is pi r squared because it's talking about, okay, so
Yeah.
which given as pi out of 4 equals to pi r squared. Okay, so basically, what is r?
2. Wait.
No,
4.
no, r is half.
Okay. Yeah.
R is half. We know r. What was the diameter? Do you remember? Diameter was
2R.
2r. That means 1 half times 2, which is 1. That means diameter is 1. Answer is C. Okay, so the statistics question, we're gonna skip this question. We are going to go with the question 4. Uh-huh.
Analyst determines that the cost of an order depends on the quantity ordered in the following way. T equals 360 minus 400 Q plus 20 Q square, where Q more than equals 0. According to the model, for which of the following value of Q would the cost of an order be the lowest?
According to this model, which of the following value of Q would be the cost of the order, would the cost of the order will be the lowest? Uh-huh. Um, what are we
Honestly,
gonna do?
honestly, I didn't understand.
Like at what value of Q, at what value of Q, basically. At what value of q? That those are the q values, right? According to the model, for which of the following value of q will the follow which of the following value of q, okay, um, cost of order will be lowest. Okay, this is actually the question regarding the quadratic equation. We're basically looking for the lowest value of this expression.
Okay, we can write it 20q squared plus 40 minus 360.
So
Which,
we can write this one as like that, and I can make it equals to 0. And I'm going to
yeah,
divide every part by 10. It's going to be 2p squared minus
minus
40p plus 360 equals to 0 by 10.
we can also
Why not
divide by q.
not q? Why it's a q, by the way. I'm writing it as a p. It's a q. Why not divide it by 20?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
find it silly. Q squared minus 2 20q plus 180 is equals to 0. And don't forget, we are looking for the value of q that makes this smaller. This is a quadratic expression, and the quadratic expression got the vertex. Vertex stands for, we've been over this, but it's been a long time. Just a reminder. Uh, Quadratic equation can be concave up and concave down. Whenever the quadratic equation is concave up, we can talk about the minimum value of it. Whenever it's concave down, we can talk about the maximum value of it. When it's concave up, whenever the coefficient of x squared or the square leading expression, which is this, is positive, right? It's going to be concave up. Concave up means we are going to talk about the minimum. That's actually asking for the minimum. What I'm going to do, I need to find this value. This is x, this is the y, right? At what value of x? The first one, the q value stands for x. Basically, h equals to negative b out of 2a for this. Okay, what is b? Is this part. That means negative 20 out of 2a. 2a is 1. I mean, 2a, that means a is 1, 2. That means 20 out of 2, which is 10. At 10, it is going to get its minimum value. Okay, but
Okay.
this is since that's a calculated question. One another way to do that is just called SAT trick. Take this take these answers options, plug them one by one to the equation you have here. That's
Okay.
going to take time. But it's better than giving a wrong answer, right?
Yeah.
So you will have answers like, for this, let's imagine this is 100, for this 60, for this imagine 200, for this 600. So what is the lowest? 60. When it is going to be at 20, okay? Clear?
Yeah, but actually, if we will like take logic, it should be five.
No. At 5 it will be get, let's just check for 5, let's just check for 10 and check for 5. Take it over here. Equation we have is q squared minus 20q plus 180. What we are saying? We are saying at 10 it's going to get the minimum value, right? At 10 it's going to get the value which is smaller than the
Yeah,
value at
yeah, yeah,
5.
yeah. We said not less than zero.
25
Okay. Yeah, I understand.
25 minus 100 plus 180. Calculate this as well as calculate 100 minus
180.
20 2000 plus 180. Check which one is the bigger.
Actually, yeah, the second one is a bigger. Okay.
No, second one isn't bigger. Second one is smaller.
Yeah, minus. Yeah.
Yes, so in fact, second one is smaller. So don't look at the value of the x.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
it doesn't matter. X is bigger, smaller. The expression itself. Uh huh.
This is
Question 5, not gonna do. Question 6, yes, we are going to do. Go.
If x is 20% and y is 30%. If x is 20% of y and y is 30% of z, what is percent of z is x?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Wait a second. Then what percent of z is x? Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we should find z, then a. Okay.
Uh-huh. But the information where x is 20% of y.
Okay.
Let's
X.
take z 100. Just a number.
Uh-huh.
Okay. If z is 100, for the percent, it doesn't matter actually. Like you can take 1 or you can take 2 or 100. If the y is 30% of z, that means y is 70.
Okay, and
Uh,
then x is 50. Oh
uh,
no.
y going to be 30, not 30% of z, right? Y going to be 30.
Okay.
30% of 100 is 30.
Okay, but then x is going to be 20% of 30.
20% of 30, which is what?
Uh, 6.
Which is going to be 6. And it says, what percent of z is x? What percent of 100 is 6?
Uh, 6 multiplied by wait, what?
What percent, okay? What percent of, basically,
6?
what percent of 100 is 6? Is 6%.
Ah, okay.
6% of 100 is 6.
Mhm.
Okay? Did you
Yeah,
get it?
yeah.
Huh? Question 7. When 5 times a number y is divided by 8, 5y divided by 8, result is 15. What is the value of y? Uh-huh.
The hardest question. So, 5y equals 120, y equals 6, no, 20, no, 25. What? 1 second.
24, isn't it?
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah,
6 and 7. Easy, right? Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Um,
Actually, I thought it like the practice test will be harder.
no, 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 no. Statistics questions. Still, we are not going to do that. Like two of them statistic questions, and we're
We'll
going to
start,
do
we'll start statistics on Thursday.
uh, probably one topic, reading data. But by the way, this is also easy. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it
Like
just looks like
you just
not
wanna
this.
read this and find. I mean, read this data first and find $1,000. Okay, $180. Price in thousand of dollars, thousand of dollars. Price here would be this. Go like that, and probably the answer is this. Then down. Okay, maybe not, maybe yes, just saying the reading data, don't worry about them, but I want to first we
Yeah,
work
yeah,
on the past paper, I'm sorry, topic papers, then come back here. Okay, yes, question 12.
okay, the graph of the function g in the xy plane is or in the xy plane is shown above. If if f is another function defined in the same xy plane and f1 equals 1, the g could be which of the following? The graph function g. Okay. Uh, then g could be which of the following? Uh, uh,
The graph of function g in xy plane is shown above if f is another function defined by the same xy plane. At 1 it is getting 1. Uh-huh. Then g could be which of the following. All right, as you can see, at 1 this is the graph of G, right? At 1, G getting 3. Like G of 1 equals to 3. And what we know, f of 1 equals to 1. That means G of 1 equals to f of 1 plus 2. That means G itself as a function is f of x plus 2, or just f plus 2. Okay, that's the answer D. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, but that's actually a weird question. A bit weird question. Mister. Next question.
This year, Roger beat Rafael in 25% of their tennis matches. If Rafael won 18 matches, how many matches did Roger win? Can we do like 18 also
Look, this year Roger beat Rafael in 25 of their
percent?
tennis match. Percent of their tennis match. Roger beat Rafael. Rafael won this. That means um
Should we multiply 18 by 0.25?
wait. Didn't quite. This year Roger beat Rafael in 25 of their tennis match. Basically, Roger got 25% more than base. That means 18 is 100%, which means x, the number of the matches basically Roger win, is 125.
Yeah. Uh,
And if I simplify this to, I'm gonna have here 4, I'm gonna have here 5, and I how many matches did Roger win?
I think here is because
Mm-hmm. So 90 divided by 4, basically that's not the um
this
no
can't be
no no
possible. No, because
no.
2,250 divided by
Ah, wait. What it says is it like there are match 25% more than uh they play a match, okay, and
we should
that
find
means Roger won 100%. Am I right? The 18 is just 75%, which is the 25% less than that, 18. If I do that one like that, let me just see what is gonna happen. 13800 divided by 75. Okay, 24. That means Roger won 24 match, which is 6 more than, right? Answer gonna be D, right?
can we just explain?
Look, this is the weird instruction here. They played overall 24 match. Basically, they played how many matches we don't know yet. Let's say we don't know yet, okay? But Roger won the Rafael, right?
Yeah.
If he won, that means he basically won with the 100%. Uh-huh. And the Rafael won 18 of that match. Okay, so they played like so many matches, and only 18 of that match Rafael won, and which is basically the 75% of the overall match, right? And we
It's
found
very,
we
very
found that
unlogical.
they they played overall 24 matches, right?
It's very unlogical question.
But this is really weird question. 24 match,
No,
and then
because
18.
we should take like that. Like Roger won all matches, but he didn't win all matches. We are doing
Yes,
like
this
that.
year Roger beat Rafael in 25% of their tennis match. No, no, no. This is logical. Logical. No, no, not all. Look, look. 25%. No, 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 no. It is what it is. Um, question itself telling us beats 25% means 25% more than, I mean, 25% more than the number of matches. Like if let's say Rafael won 18 out of 24 matches, and the other one is 24 more than that, which is 6. I mean 25% more than that.
Ah,
Question,
okay.
question in section of question is bit kind of different. Bit 25% explanation not given properly basically here. That's the point of question, I think. Confusing. Tennis match.
Okay.
It's plural. Out of total match, they played a couple of matches. I mean 20, 25, 30. Okay, and Roger win the 25% more matches than Rafael. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we found how many matches they played, 24 matches, and that means if he basically 180 man. No, 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 that's not gonna be then true. Basically 24 more than that, 6. The answer is 6, by the way. Let me look at the solution of this question. Wait a minute. What did they do? What did they explain? This is the question number 13. Answer is D. Rafael must have won 7 of the match. Let us be total number of matches they played. Okay. Wait, Nadim. Rafael must have won 75% of the match. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Let X be total number of matches they played against each other. Since 75% is 3 quarter, and okay, so basically 24 matches they played altogether. Okay, Roger must have won 6 matches. Another way to get this answer is realize that 75% is 3 times this. Roger must won 3 matches, as many matches. Uh-huh. Roger, how many matches did Roger win? Okay, this is a bit mystery for me. Anyway, I'll just check this question one more time. Next question, 14.
Okay.
One
Uh,
calorie is equivalent to, uh-huh.
for 4.184 joules of energy. 1 calorie
Mm-hmm.
also represents the amount of energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 Celsius degree.
Mm-hmm.
Based on this information, rising of the temperature of 1 gram of water by 120 Fahrenheit would require how many joules of energy to nearest 100?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Okay, let me let me think. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Yes, relations. 1 Celsius. We need 1 Celsius to joules of energy. 1 calorie represents the amount of energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water, 1 Celsius. Okay, we need this for this. Agree?
yeah.
And what we also know, 1 Celsius represents 3.8 Fahrenheit. That means we actually need that amount of Fahrenheit to this.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. So we have that amount of Fahrenheit for what many joules of energy to the nearest 100. Okay, so basically I need to find out box is 120 multiplied by 4.184 divided by 33.8.
Mm-hmm.
So basically 120 multiplied by 4.184, 184, right? Yes. Divided by 33.8. The answer I got is 14.85,
Okay.
44, and blah blah blah. Asking for nearest hundreds THS. Basically two decimal places. 1485. That's the answer. Two decimal places. Hundreds. Okay, that's the D. Got it?
Okay. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Sister, I mean, inequality, module of inequality is bit weird because um because you're gonna write two cases here. Case one is you're gonna tell n minus 2 less than 5
Mm-hmm.
and n minus 2 greater than negative 5. By the way, for the less than case, like modulo of, let me write here, modulo of a less than, sorry, modulo of x less than a, we have two cases, x less than a and x greater than negative a. Do you remember we've been over this?
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm telling and because I will find the intersection of the solution. Okay, so n minus 2 less than 5 means n less than 7 and n greater than negative 3. So n greater than negative 3 and less than 7 is this part. How many integer solutions? We have negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. The answer is 9. Okay?
Okay.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Why I'm not considering with negative 3 and 7? Why? Why I'm not taking them as an answer?
Because they're not in the how's it called?
What?
Because they're not in like between -3 and 7.
Because it's not telling here less than or equals to. Okay?
But but wait. Ah, yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, wait a minute.